So what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my very first members only video. So first of all, I just want to thank you for becoming a member and help pushing this channel further and help invest in the channel and to elevate the content that I want to produce. So thank you very much for that. For this video, I don't need to ask you to subscribe because if you're a member, you've probably already subscribed already. Anyway, so this video, I just want to go through how much I've earned since being monetized on YouTube and how much money I make as a small creator, a small content creator over here on the YouTubes. Now, people always tell me when I tell them I do YouTube that I should be on TikTok, I should be on Instagram and yada, yada, yada. And I always say to them, that's all well and good, but YouTube is the one that is monetized, I'm monetized on, and I want to focus on growing that and obviously elevating and hopefully one day probably make this a full-time career because that's what I would love to do. Whereas if I divert my time to Instagram and TikTok, they're not paying me, I'm not monetized on any of them platforms, so it doesn't make sense for me to put any extra energy or go out my way to create content for them channels. When I make a video, just a normal video, I'll do, you know, clip it and make shorts and then put it on Instagram and TikTok, just because that's what I do. I'm making a video, so that's what I do anyway, but I don't make stuff specifically for TikTok or Instagram, like I said, because I'm not paid to do it, and also I have a full-time job. I'm a chef by trade, if you didn't already know. So trying to do YouTube and everything that goes on with building a YouTube channel and full-time job, house, wife, yada yada, life, all that kind of stuff, I have only a certain amount of time to give to something, and I give to YouTube because YouTube is the one that's paying me. Right, so without further ado, let me go through my YouTube. Now, a little bit of backstory, so stay with me because this is all relevant. I started YouTube, if I haven't said it in a video already, I started YouTube back in 2020 when the lockdown happened, and originally this channel that you're watching now was a food channel, so I was cooking every day, and I was at home by myself. Couldn't see my family because my mother was suffering with, well, recovering but still suffering with stage 3 lung cancer, which is fine now, but at the time, obviously during COVID, she had to be in a protective bubble, so which meant I couldn't see my family, my mum, my dad, my sister, and also meant I couldn't see my in-laws as well, because obviously my wife, she was working with people who were very ill at the time, so there was only so much, you know, washing, ironing, daily stuff that you can do before you really start getting bored on a daily basis. So I started a YouTube channel. Like I said, I'm a chef by trade, so I was just filming what I was cooking every single day and editing it and then putting it up on YouTube. And then when lockdown ended effectively, I pretty much stopped anything on this YouTube channel. I just went back to work and then decided I want to do cars because cars is my real passion in life. I love cars, I love driving them, everything about cars. So I thought that's what I'll do. I'll make car content, and I started a complete new channel, which was called The Broke Petrolhead, and then I spent 3 years building that channel up, going to all these different shows, going to car meets, speaking to people, yada yada yada. And then last year I had an epiphany, which really kind of annoys me to this day, where I was at work and I was doing something that was pretty mundane, and when I do something that's mundane, my mind wanders, and it came to me as, why am I not using this channel that you're watching now, the food channel back then, as my car channel, my main channel, which is monetized. I got the channel when it was a food channel, I got it monetized, so I could make money off it, but because, like I said, I really didn't do anything with it, I wasn't really making any money out of it. It was just left. Any short, if I went out for dinner or somewhere like something like that, I'd just make a quick short and just put it up there, and it would get 1,000 views or whatever on shorts, which doesn't mean very much. So over that 5 years, I didn't do anything with, over the 3 years after lockdown, I really didn't do anything with my other channel, and I probably made about £35, which, if you don't know, with YouTube, To get paid out on the partner program, you have to hit a minimum of 60 quid, no matter how long that takes. So if it takes you a year to make 60 quid, you'll get paid when you hit that 60 quid minimum. It changes wherever you are in the world. It's currency dependent, but England, it's 60 quid. So yeah, it made about £35. Well, like I said, it was doing absolutely nothing. So then I decided to rebrand it. I did a whole channel rebrand, and now this is the channel that you're now watching, i.e. my car channel. So if you go back and look, my other channel is called Not the Broke Petrolhead, but now this one is called The Broke Petrolhead. So I'm migrating all my old content over to this channel, as well as obviously doing new content. So that's where we are, and I managed to make, I hit the target in, I think it was April. So I hit £60 in April, and got my very first payout. And now I'm looking at my second payout, which is about the same. So I just want to go through just how much I earned during the last few months and what's gone on. So let me get my phone up. So as I go into my revenue, so you'll see in February, the whole of February, for all my views, I made £3.75. March, I made £6.99. April, £7.85. May was, to that point, was my best month, was £13.21. And then June just gone, I made £32.51. And so far, June is ongoing. I'm at £6.94. So that shows you just how much I made. And being a small creator, you don't earn a lot of money unless your views are really, really high. Now in June, I had 1/2 videos go mildly viral. So my channel usually gets probably about 100, 150, maybe 200 views per video. Whereas, let me just stop that screen recording. Whereas I had a video for my £4.99 scratch remover that I did a video on. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. I'll leave a card up in the screen. And that's gone to just over 3,000 views. Like I said, it's minor viral, but considering when it came out, it only had 19 views within the first 24 hours. 48 hours it was like 28 or something like that. So, and then at the end of May, it just kind of just took off. And then last month for Father's Day, I went to Calvin's Car Diary, the event, which is a event that I go to almost annually. I think I missed the first 1 or 2, but I've been pretty much every year since. And yeah, it's gone again minor viral. I've got over 1,200 views, which I hope continues. So that's where I made most of my money in the last month. So yeah, I don't have any sponsorships at the moment. Hopefully they'll come in due course. So yeah, all that stuff where, you know, you hear creators going, this video is sponsored by X. I don't have that at the moment. That's where they tend to make a lot of their money, unless they've got a large following. But, you know, I'm happy with where I am. I'd like, obviously want it to grow more and more and more, which hopefully in time that will happen. Get more members, channel members, more subscribers, and then be able to elevate the channel, do more stuff, and, you know, make this a full-time career, because I would love to do that. I've got things that I would love to do, challenges that I'd love to do, roads that I'd like to go and drive, things that I'd like to go and see, and I can only do that with the channel growing, because I need the channel to pay for itself, because at the moment everything I do still comes out of pocket from my normal daily life fund, as it were. So if this channel can get to that point, it would be amazing, and then be able to do all this stuff and bring you guys along for the journey. So yeah, that was it. Not a lot I'm making, but it's you know, it's the journey, isn't it? Every journey starts with a single step, and it's taken 5 years. Sometimes it gets a little bit disheartening, not gonna lie, but it's the process. You got to pay your dues, you got to be patient, and you never know, I might have a video that goes super viral, and then that's when everything changes. But until that point, just keep plodding away and keep being thankful. I've had quite a few new subscribers in the last month. I've had over 31 subscribers, which is huge for me. So to any of my subscribers, if you're watching this that have just recently subscribed, thank you very much. You don't know how much it means. And yeah, just stay humble and stay thankful for everybody who supports my channel, because without you guys, I can't do this. So if you're a new channel member and seeing this for the first time, or you're an older channel member and you haven't seen this before and you're just coming through it in a roundabout way, thank you very much for your support. It really means the world. It really does help push the channel forward. And until next time, take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.